My name is Brian Ray, and I am taking over as the new VP of Broadcasting and Communications for the Sundogs. And so I'm the team's new radio voice. So, coming from West Texas, excited to be here. This is going to be my 5th year in the CHL. I spent 3 years in Texas with my previous team, and it was a great 3 years, but I was looking for a change, and Prescott Valley is that change. So,
Tell me how you got interested in hockey.
8 years old, growing up in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a diehard Blues fan, and watching Blues games on TV, I always thought that the guy who called those games on TV, I thought he had the greatest job in the entire world. He got paid to be on TV and watch hockey, so I said, that's what I'm going to do. I said, that's what I'm going to do one day. But I actually enjoy the radio side of it more than the TV aspect. So.
Do you play hockey yourself?
I have never played one day of ice hockey in my life. Played roller hockey, played street hockey, but I am a terrible ice skater. And so that's why I prefer to just sit and relax in a radio booth and watch it instead of trying to play it.
Tell me about the season that's coming up.
Season's going to be our 6th season. It'll start middle of October coming up. 66 games just like last year. It's going to be 14 teams in the league this year as opposed to the 18 we had last year, so there's been some changes to the playoff format and things like that. I know Marco is trying to put together a much improved team compared to what people have seen the last couple of years. I've seen some of the names of the players he has brought in and is looking to bring in, and I think fans are going to be pleasantly surprised with the quality of hockey on the ice this year compared to previous seasons. Just recently, obviously there was a championship season thrown in there, and there's been a lot of success in the early part of the franchise, but I know fans are hoping for more from what they've seen the last couple of years, and I know Marco is doing everything he can to try and give them what they want, which is a better on-ice product.
Talk about players some. I mean, obviously you don't know the players here that well, if you know them much at all, since you're so new. But still, there's still a certain mentality among players in general as far as how they view the public, how they view their fans, and talk about that.
Well, hockey is a small world, and I think when you look at the other major sports, it's smaller than most of them. So while I may not know most of the players personally, I guarantee we have mutual friends around the hockey world, other players with teams that I've been with and teams that they've been with, etc. So there's some stories and there's some camaraderie there that can be swapped right off the bat. In terms of the players viewing the fans and viewing the community, like I had said before, it's not just us, it's every minor league hockey team or every minor league sports team. The people that are buying the tickets and the sponsors that are supporting the team are the whole thing that keep it going. And so the important thing for our players to remember is when you're out in the community, and even just when you have an opportunity to get out in the community, you need to make sure you do it. You need to make sure you shake your hands. You need to make sure you say thank you. You need to make sure that you support your sponsors and your fans the same way that they support you, whether that's taking your business to other local businesses to try and pump some extra life into the local economy, etc. But more than anything, it's just an appreciation factor that these people are coming to us because they want to be entertained. Our players are more than happy to provide that entertainment. That is why we pay them to provide the entertainment. But also our players enjoy having people to play for. So it's not just us, it's every minor league hockey team around the industry.
Tell me how important the fans are.
Fans are extremely important. There's no point in doing this unless you have people coming into the building to watch it. It's as simple as that. The fans are always your number one priority, and they're always going to be the number one priority. And if somebody loses sight of that, then they need to find something else to do.
Do they provide energy to the players?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any player will tell you, even when they're on the road, if you've got a full house cheering for you or booing for you, it makes the game much more enjoyable for them to play, as opposed to a building that can be half empty, whether they're cheering for you or whether they're booing for you. I mean, players on the road feed off the negative energy that fans, they want to boo them, they want to chastise them a little bit, they want to get in their face a little bit, and players eat that up. So,
tell me your best hockey story.
2 years ago in Odessa, we were playing the Colorado Eagles, and Sundogs fans, they're going to know Odessa, they're going to know Colorado. But just the aura that surrounds the Colorado Eagles and their ability to win, they've always kind of been like the big bad bully on the block, and they came into our building and they went up 2-0 within the first couple minutes, and then a player on our team uh, scored what's called a natural hat trick, scored 3 consecutive goals in 4 minutes, and we went on to beat them 9-4. But I have never seen a player score 3 goals that fast in my entire life. It's ever watching hockey as from a kid all the way up to calling it now. I've never seen a hat trick scored in that fashion, which was pretty unbelievable.
Do you think he did that because he felt like he took a personal responsibility to make sure that his team won that game?
I don't know if you can necessarily say, I think I'm going to go out and I'm going to score 3 goals in 4 minutes. I don't know if you can necessarily take a personal responsibility. I think he just said, what can I do to get us back in this hockey game and make sure it doesn't get out of control? And we had a couple opportunities. You take one shot, it goes in. Well, you take another shot, it goes in, and then you take a third one. You're like, all right, I can't score unless I shoot the puck. That's exactly what I did, and so it happened. It's one of those things where you can't plan it, you can't predict it. Something like that just happens, and you simply enjoy the moment.
Right. So, what's the first thing the fans should be excited about?
First thing the fans should be excited about. There's a lot to be excited about. One of the big events for us this year is we're hosting the All-Star game, but that doesn't come until January, so we still have October, November, and December worth of hockey to play. I think the first thing the fans should be excited about more than anything is just a lot of changes have been made, a lot of upgrades have been made, and over the course of this offseason, we'll be telling more about those upgrades, the new players coming in, and so I think the fans more than anything should just get excited for the team. It's going to be a different team. There's going to be a lot of turnover. There's going to be a lot of new faces, but a couple of returning guys that performed really well for us last year. So more than anything, just be excited about the team because we really feel that this is going to be a better on-ice product than what they've seen over the last 2 or 3 years.
Okay, tell us about the All-Stars.
All-Star game, same format as we've seen the last couple of years in the CHL. It's going to be the Arizona Sundogs against the CHL All-Stars. It's going to be on Wednesday, January 11th, I believe. It's 11th or 12th. I think it's the 11th, but whatever that Wednesday is, here at Tim's Toyota Center. Obviously, we won't know who the All-Stars are until much later in the year, but we're working on it now, planning events, planning banquets, planning a lot of different experiences. Cliff Castle Casino and Hotel is our main sponsor for it, and they have been very hospitable in terms of getting things ready and being a great ally for us in putting on the event. And more details are going to be coming just as time progresses. As soon as we know something, we'll get it up on our website. So obviously keep visiting ArizonaSundogs.com for everything going on this season. There's the plug right there. But same format, Arizona versus the CHL All-Stars, and so we're tying it in with the celebration of just the state of Arizona that's been going on this year, and it's come out to the game because it's not just an All-Star game. We want to beat the All-Stars. It's our plan to beat the All-Stars. We're the home team, and we fully expect to win that hockey game.
Is talking about tourism, which this is actually a tourism type event.
Sure, absolutely.
Is the Sundogs a Prescott Valley team, or is it a Quad City, upper, Plains area of Arizona team?
Well, I want to say it's an Arizona team in general,
Okay.
Not just in northern Arizona, but sure, the building's in Prescott Valley, but when you've got Prescott and Chino Valley and even Dewey, just the other towns that are within a 15 to 20 minute drive or whatever, that doesn't mean we're isolated. I mean, we have sponsors, we have season ticket holders, we have fans that come from all of those communities, and we want it to stretch further. We want people that whether you're flying down here in January because nobody wants to deal with the cold winter, come on out to the All-Star game. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you involved. And even if you're visiting family and friends up here from Phoenix or Mesa or Chandler or even further south in the state, we've got stuff to do. We've got some things for you to enjoy, and on top of that, if you don't want to pay the NHL price, which sometimes cannot be affordable for some people, even though it is the best product in the sport of hockey in the world. You know, we're a little more affordable, and that's the nice appeal of minor league. Is you know, we're not as good as the NHL players, but we're developing guys that want to move up to higher levels, and we can be a more affordable form of entertainment.
Okay. What else do you want to say?
Get excited. Get excited for this season. I'm excited. The new staffers are excited. I hope you tune into the broadcasts because I think you will enjoy the broadcasts. If I can't get you excited about hockey on the radio, then I don't know who can. But, you know, we're looking forward to it. Just be patient with us. We got a lot of things coming. We got a lot of things that we're excited about, and it should be a fun year.